Hi folks, so you will need your grade 3 module 3 and 4 math book, which you received at class on Monday or Tuesday. If for some reason you do not have this math book, I will have an electronic version of the worksheets, but you can also just take a blank piece of paper and do and draw the worksheets from that electronic copy that I have on the assignment. All right, with that being said, we're going to listen to Mr. White, and he's going to walk us through lesson 2.
Hi, third graders. I'm Mr. White. In today's lesson, we're going to use commutativity and the distributive property to relate multiplication facts. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's start today's lesson with the application problem. Follow along while I read aloud. Jocelyn says 7 5s has the same answer as 3 7s plus 2 7s. Is she correct? Explain why or why not. I'd like you to go ahead and take a moment to pause the video and complete that explanation. When you're ready to continue, press play and you can check your work with mine.
All right, so don't forget to pause right here.
Your explanation may have sounded something like this. Jocelyn is correct because 3 7s plus 2 7s is 5 7s. Using the commutative property, we know that 5 7s is equal to 7 5s. If we write it as an equation, it would look like this. 5 times 7 equals 7 times 5. And the answer for both of those facts is 35. This circle represents 1 unit of 7. As I show circles on the screen, count the 7s with me. Here we go. 1 7, 2 7s, 3 7s, 4 7s, 5 7s. Whisper the multiplication fact for 5 7s. I think I heard 5 times 7. Now use commutativity to name a related fact. That's right, 7 times 5. And what do 5 7s, 5 times 7, and 7 times 5 all equal to? You got it, 35. Let's use our familiar 5s facts to find facts that we haven't learned yet. Here we go. What is 5 7s plus 1 7? That's right, 6 7s. And how does this expression of 35 plus 7 show the total of 6 7s? Share your thinking out loud. Your thinking may have sounded like this. Well, I knew that 5 7s was equal to 35, and 1 more 7 is equal to 7. So 35 plus 7 must be the same total as 6 7s. You may also have noticed that this is the break apart and distribute strategy that we've learned before. What is the total of 6 7s? That's right, 42. Now on your personal whiteboard, I want you to use commutativity to write the 2 multiplication facts that we just solved.
All right, so get your whiteboard out and do this activity. And then hit play when you're ready to go.
You should have written 6 times 7 and 7 times 6. Compare 5 times 7 and 6 times 7. What is the difference between them? Share your thinking out loud. Your thinking may have sounded something like this. 6 times 7 has one more group of 7 than 5 times 7. Or you may have realized that that was the same thing I showed you with the dots. 5 sevens plus one more 7 equals 6 sevens. Well, by noticing that 6 times 7 is only one more group of 7 than 5 times 7, we can use the total of 5 times 7 to help us make an easy addition problem like we did here. The total of 5 times 7 was 35, and the total of 1 times 7 was 7. Our easy addition problem of 35 plus 7 equaled, that's right, 42. So the value of 6 sevens, or 6 times 7 is, that's right, 42. Let's try solving another multiplication fact. This time, we'll solve 6 nines, or 6 times 9. I'm going to use the model of those circles to help me with this problem. Now 6 times 9, I don't know the answer to that multiplication fact yet. But I'm going to use my 5s facts to help me with this problem. I'm going to start by drawing 5 nines. And I know that 5 nines plus one more 9 will give me 6 nines. So I'm going to draw that other 9 in a circle in a different color so we can see that. And I know that 5 nines, or 5 times 9, is equal to 45. And 1 9 is equal to, or 1 times 9, is equal to 9. And together I know these two parts will give me the answer for 6 nines. And knowing these two parts, I can then write an easy addition sentence to help me to solve. Take my first part of 5 nines, which was 45, plus 1 9, which is equal to 9. And I take a look at that problem and I say, oh, adding a 9, well, I can use a mental math strategy here to make that 10. 9 needs how many more to make 10? That's right, one more. And where can I get that one from? You got it, the 45. So I'm going to decompose or break apart 45, 44, and 1. And that way in my head I can add 9 plus 1 to get 10. And 10 plus 44 is going to give me 54. Therefore, 6 nines, or 6 times 9, is equal to 54. I'd like you to use commutativity to name another related multiplication fact that also equals 54. Go ahead and say that out loud. That's right. 9 times 6 also equals 54. Let's try one more. This time, let's try to solve for 6 times 6. Now this is another fact that I don't know off the top of my head. I'm going to use my 5s facts to help me to solve this as well. But this time, instead of using a model, I'm just going to use equations. Well, I know that 6 times 6 is really the same as 5 6s, or 5 times 6, plus one more 6, which I can write as 1 times 6. And what you might notice is that this is our break apart and distribute strategy. And now that I can break this down into two multiplication facts that I do know the answer to, I can create an easy addition sentence to help me to solve for 6 times 6. Well, what's 5 times 6? That's right, 30. And what's 1 times 6? You got it, 6. And what's the value of 30 plus 6? That's right, 36. Therefore, 6 times 6 equals, that's right, 36. Let's move on to the problem set. Today's must-do problems are problems 1, 2, and 3. Go ahead and set a timer or watch the clock for 10 minutes to do your absolute best on those 3 problems. If you still have time within the 10 minutes, feel free to move to any of the other problems on the problem set.
All right, so 1, 2, and 3, you heard the instructions. So in your notebook, that's going to be on page 11. You're going to do 1, 2, and 3. All right, so good luck, and make sure you turn those pages in.